Next up, Jonathan Bergeron of Canada. He's just 17, he's from Montreal, and he loves to go big. Whoa, good trick from Bergeron. Nice flat spin. He did the same trick as Javier Buhanda, but he covered twice as much distance over the big channel here. Good style from Jonathan Bergeron. Dion Anthony's next. Let's hear from him.
I think it's amazing, man. You can look at this ramp and it's so big, it has so many different variations. It's like, it's kind of half street course, half vert ramp. It's like street skaters going to do just as well as vert skaters, and it's just like, if you look at the launch box, it's like 20 feet long. Some people won't even clear the thing, you know, and then there's people that are just going to do like 15-foot high 360s and like just float almost like motocross kind of thing, and then the coping across the top is crazy. I'm scared of this ramp already, you know. It's like, it's best trick, so you have to try and come out with something that no one else is going to do, something that everyone else is scared to do, whatever. Just at least land the trick, you know, but just looking at this thing, it's scary, man, and something that none of us have really skated before.
So Dion Anthony's got plenty to say for himself. And now he lets his skates do the talking, but that wasn't the best way to start for Dion Anthony. Looking for the soul grind, but it didn't quite come off. Dion Anthony, last year's overall tour champion. Skaters, remember, get 3 runs each, so it's not all over for Dion Anthony. He'll have another chance to go. Serge Mayhew now of Canada. Oh, that's good. Big air, the stale 360. Great control by Serge Mayhew of Canada. Stale 360 with good height, and he spotted the landing well. Next up, 12-year-old Takeshi Yasutoko from Japan. And this guy always gets the crowd behind him, building up for his big trick. He's only about 4.5 feet tall, this lad. Yeah, he's gone, oh, whoa, 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 whoa. He's okay. He's made of rubber, and he's looking for the soul grind here. Doesn't quite get it. Builds up well, but doesn't get the whole length of the bar. Possibly a little bit ambitious for the 12-year-old. He locked on well, but he didn't have enough momentum to carry him all the way across the bar. Big drop for him. Oof. He's okay. Takeshi Yasutoko of Japan. We'll see him go again a little bit later, but first, the 16-year-old from Munich, Bruno Löwe. Now, what's he going for? We saw him practicing a double grab 360, and that's what he's gone for. It's called the double grab 360 Liu Kang style. So much to look at during this trick. And he got about 10 feet on top of the box, and the German in good shape. Now Scott Crawford from Australia, a veteran by comparison to some of the others, age 22. He's going for the soul grind. Oh, he blew that one. So Scott Crawford started well, but he was unable to hold the rail in the middle of the grind, and it was all a bit of a mess in the end. Just able to hold on enough to break his fall. So Scott Crawford will look for an improvement next time round. Matt Lindenmuth now of the USA from Pennsylvania. He's just 17. Lindenmuth going for the 900, down on his backside. Didn't quite pull it off, but it was a good effort from Matt Lindenmuth. No one's actually pulled this in competition apart from Matt Salerno, but he came very close, Matt Lindenmuth. Didn't lean forward enough on the landing and just went down on one skate. Sam Fogarty, also from Australia, is going for disaster to soul grind. That's what he told us before he took part in the competition. Disaster to soul grind it was. Good trick from Sam Fogarty. Doesn't look particularly happy with it, although it is a good disaster. There's the disaster, soul grind. I think maybe he's not quite as happy with the soul grind. Maybe overshot the bar and the coping a little bit too much and didn't grind for as long as he wanted. Ty Chris from France, 23-year-old Parisian. Now, Chris is always a threat. Nope, not today though. Not yet anyway. Chris seemed to just change his mind halfway through. And he was looking for a disaster royale, but he didn't get it in the end. He missed it. And Chris slid out on his bum. Two more tries left for Ty Chris. First try now for Bubba Yada, 17-year-old out of California. Bubba Yada underway. Yeah, 900. Good trick. Not quite perfect on the landing, but it was a good trick all the same from Bubba Yada. Just the landing let him down. Right knee hit the deck, and that just reduced this trick from perfect to very good. After the break, the best trick competition continues in Las Vegas. Stay with us. Welcome back to the All-American Skate Park in Las Vegas, Nevada. Best tricks on the menu, and Nicky Adams is in second place after the first round. And he now goes in the second run, and he's gone for the same trick. Ooh, that was a big crash. And Nicky Adams is dusting himself down. Went for the turn screw this time. Started well for the young Canadian, but finished badly. Looked like he landed on the side of his face, in fact. Adams has done a little bit of damage, but he'll be back for his third attempt. Shane Saviors next to go. He's going on the bar again. That was a trick called a Farfanugan. And that was more difficult than the top sole that he pulled in the first round. Good control. Nice grind. One of the more technically difficult tricks, although possibly not the most visually appealing maneuver that we'll see today. Now Jonathan Bergeron, his second attempt. Oh, that's a beauty from Bergeron. That's one of the best tricks we've seen all day. 720 flat spin. Bergeron is the only man who can do that with any sort of regularity. 720 flat spin for Jonathan Bergeron, and it was a good one. the crowd getting right behind him, as well as his fellow competitors. Jonathan Bergeron with a superb trick, and that's really set the competition alight now. 720 flat spin from the Canadian. Let's hear from Arlo Eisenberg and others now.
Week in, week out, we see all the best skaters in the world, and they're always pushing themselves to do it best. As far as Aaron, he always finds the biggest gaps. He always finds 40s the biggest gaps.
John was really like the first person to do 540s over quarter pipe gaps. So if anyone's going to do a gap like that, it'd be John.
As a vert skater, I believe air and spins, and that's the most important thing for me. And I try to just keep going. There's no limits. I guess there is a limit, but not yet. We haven't found it yet.
There's a point when all the skaters are going to be able to do the same stuff. That's when it's going to be really difficult to judge.
So you've heard from some of the leading inline skaters in the world. We'll now get back to the action. Serge Mayhew now of Canada. That's better. Serge Mayhew went for something different in the first round, a stale 360. This time, it's a grab 360. Not as difficult as his first run, but he put it down successfully. So Serge Mayhew in pretty good shape here. Scott Crawford's second attempt now. Got stuck midway on the rail in his first round. Ooh, and didn't even touch it on his second go. Scott Crawford having a bit of a mare here in Las Vegas. Didn't even lock onto the bar. Up, over, and smack. So Scott Crawford, none the worse for wear, but not looking very happy. Now the Frenchman, Ty Chris. Messed up on his first round, and again on his second. So Ty Chris not having too much fun here in Las Vegas. Just bounced off the coping and didn't pull the grind at all. Kept smiling all the way through though, remarkable. Oh, and Tig's done himself some damage. Has been nursing a hip injury, and it looked like he's aggravated that a bit. Babasiada's second attempt. Always gone for the 900. Oh, and very nearly made it perfectly. Just landed on one foot and one knee. So not quite as good as it could have been, but it was a brave attempt from Babasiada. His first attempt was very slightly better, but neither of them anywhere near perfect. $10,000 to the winner here, remember. Chris Edwards going for his second attempt. He was in good shape in his first run, and he's going over, and a yes, pretty good jump from Chris Edwards, a burly 540 in fact. Edwards with the grab, adding to the style and difficulty. Chris Edwards went for a front flip, remember, in his first run. This, in many ways, was a more difficult trick. Chris Edwards, known as the grandfather of the sport, takes the congratulations from the crowd as we join Shane Saviours, who messes up again. That was his third attempt, going for the alley-oop soul grind, and he fell from the highest point of this open bar. Ooh, yes. Topside alley-oop soul grind over the gap and into the gap in the end. Shane Saviours looks like he's had more than enough today. Javier Buhanda next to go. He's been going for the flat spin and he's gone for it again. Flat spin double grab this time for the Spanish skater. Not one of the most difficult tricks, but he executed it well. 2 grabs, 1 on each skate. So Javier Buhanda will be in the shake-up for the top positions here. But the man of the day so far is John Bergeron, and this is his third and final attempt. He leads the competition. Flat spin 540, flat spin 720 so far. What's he going for this time? He's going to grind. Front side grind from Jonathan Bergeron. Not perfect, but remember his 2 previous attempts were superb. And Bergeron in good shape. Jonathan Bergeron with 3 superb attempts now. We saw Takeshi Yasutoko come unstuck in the first run. The 12-year-old goes again now. Just building up. He's gone twice for the soul grind, and the third time, oh, cheeky boy. Just makes his way far enough across the bar, enough to leap off and make it to safety. When you're only 4.5 foot tall, it's a long way down. So Yasutoko has kept the crowd entertained here, the 12-year-old Japanese. Scott Crawford's last attempt now. Can he get all the way across the channel? He's going for it again. No, he really has done himself a lot of damage here today, Scott Crawford. Misses it 3 times out of 3.
Scott Crawford, and once again protects
At least he's learned how to fall. Scott Crawford hasn't smiled all day. Now, Matt Lindenmuth, his 3rd and final attempt. Now, what's he going for? Oh, he's going for the 900 again. No, so close for Lindenmuth. Skids right off the ramp. This was a big fall for Lindenmuth. Over-rotating. He was just going for pure distance with not enough height there. So still Jonathan Bergeron, the leader here in Las Vegas. Sam Fogarty's 3rd attempt now. Can he make it all the way out? Ooh, no, he can't. He was going for the kind grind, but it was an unkind grind in the end for Sam Fogarty. Nowhere near the bar. So good effort from Sam Fogarty, but not enough to make a difference to the standings here. John Bergeron still leading. Ty Chris not competing in the 3rd run. because of the injuries he's picked up in the previous 2 attempts. Meanwhile, Sam Fogarty's going to maybe try one more time just for his own peace of mind. This doesn't count, though. Oh, lucky it doesn't. No chance. And somebody's there to break his fall. So, very frustrating for Sam Fogarty and also for Ty Chris, who's taken to being a spectator. Here's Babis Yada, his 3rd and final attempt. He's going for a 900. No, not quite. So close that time by Babis Yada. Just run out of steam. He's been so close on his 3 attempts, but in the end, just didn't happen for him today. Chris Edwards, his 3rd and final attempt. One of the men who designed this ramp. And he's going for something different again. Already 2 different maneuvers. This time Edwards crashes down hard on the 900 grab, but he's had 2 very fine jumps in his previous attempts. Look how high he goes. So 3 superb jumps from Chris Edwards, but not enough to deny the win to Jonathan Bergeron of Canada.
So let's hear everyone for Chris Evans on the count of 3, 3, 2, 1. Make some noise for Chris Edwards.
Chris Edwards has got one more just for fun. Oh, not so much fun in the end. Edwards says that's enough, and sensibly so, I think. What a great competition it's been here at the All-American Skate Park, and the win goes to Jonathan Bergeron of Canada. He takes a big payday, $10,000 US for Bergeron. And this is the trick that won it. A huge flat spin 720 was the trick that won it for Jonathan Bergeron. And that trick was worth $10,000 to Jonathan Bergeron. Let's see what he's got to say about it.
After you pulled the first one, the regular flat spin, did you know you had it? Did you know you could pull the 720 flat spin?
I've pulled it before, like on vert ramps and stuff, but I never did it over gaps. And I've tried it like before and I didn't land it. And I don't know, I didn't even have my skates and I tried it and I just landed it. I don't know. It was, I don't know, a lucky thing.
Were you surprised at how many people actually landed their tricks?
Yeah, everybody landed good tricks. Shane Savers, I thought, was the sickest trick. Alley topsail on the rail, that was burly as crazy.
So there's an attaché case full of cash for Jonathan Bergeron. And what a day it's been for him in Las Vegas. There you go, $10,000 in there. I wonder how long it'll take him to lose it in a nearby casino. So that's all from Las Vegas for the moment, but we've still got plenty more to come on Yoz Action.